So this one is the finished one. And your signature. Wow. And how long have you been working on this? How many years?
51 years.
51 years. Wow. Salam YouTube, this is Yan. Today I'm in Isfahan in the central part of Iran. Speaking of Isfahan, there is an old saying that is Isfahan, half of the world. Indeed, this city has lots of incredible ancient palaces, gardens, mosques, and you probably have already seen that in many YouTube videos. So today's video is going to be a bit special. We are going to discover the handicrafts in Isfahan. Altogether, globally, there are more than 600 different fields of craftsmanship, and among that, about 300 are peculiar to Iran. And among the 300 kinds, you can find almost 200 in Isfahan. So I have my friend Yasmin. She's a bit shy, and Mohammed.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you.
Now it's about 5 o'clock and we're going to walk through the old city and the bazaar, and we try to show you as many kinds as possible before the sunset. Following Yasmin, here we are at a workshop of the artist, and this is a beautiful, beautiful courtyard. Look at this.
Salam.
Salam. What are the craftsmen? What are the products that they make?
That's locks.
The locks.
Did you see the flags?
Yeah. Well, this is a workshop making different locks. So he's also showing us another lock that he newly made. It's in the shape of the... It's hot. Oh yeah. It's very hot because he has been polishing them.
This is the door.
Yeah.
When the moment wants to hang the door.
Yeah. How long have you been working on locks?
چند سال دیگه کار می‌کنید؟ 50 years.
He was a gunsmith.
Ah.
Yeah.
So starting from the guns and then to the locks.
Small little locks.
It's the smallest lock in the world.
This artist is showing us one of the smallest locks that he has ever made. Look at those. It's not even bigger than my finger. That one is tiny. It's only 4 millimeters.
Recording the Guinness.
It's recorded in the Guinness record.
Okay.
Wow. After the lock workshop, we're going to visit the second one. Salam, salam.
It's called Mara.
Mara.
And each part of this table picture is not not color or anything. It's just each part in each color is different of the woods.
So it's natural color
Yeah.
of the wood.
They're just putting together.
This eyebrow, it's a piece of wood. It's
Yeah.
not color.
No, not color.
And this also,
Also is color. It's
everything is only wood.
yeah.
Wow, look at this. So every small tiny details, it's just the natural wood without any coloring. And how long does it take for you to make this?
8 months to 1 year.
8 months to 1 year, just this one piece of work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
قرار میگیره و هر تیکه سر جا خودش قراره. این دو روزه که نیومدم.
Ah, it's like a small drawer for the jewelries. Also made of different types of woods of different colors.
Yeah, and these ones. Do you know like this?
For the hair.
Yeah.
For the third craftsmanship that we're going to see today is called nasf-e. It refers to this specific kind of painting by using the color and paint it finely on the wood.
This for chest.
So this is for the chest. Wow, it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Too beautiful, too luxurious for the chest.
this one is for chest,
chessboard.
and this one is backgammon.
So it's another type of board game. Wow.
But it's not finished. It should be
Polished in the end.
no, not polished.
To draw the pattern.
Some patterns.
This is another workshop for the wooden work, but I am following Yasmin to the next one.
Oh, very good.
Yes. And in this workshop, the artist is stamping a pattern by using a piece of wood. On this wood is the muster, while the different patterns are carved. And I want to show you the patterns are made on this piece of cloth. So as you can see from here, those are different patterns and different colors, and altogether there are about 5 different colors used in this technique. So they are now showing different muster stamps.
And he said that at the fair they put the black ones.
First the black one.
Yeah, and it's not different. That next step is blue, red, or yellow.
Yeah. So always the black first.
Yes.
They print the black color and then they add the other colors, whether it's red, yellow, or blue. And in this workshop, the artist is making the stamp which was used in the shop before.
Making
As told by the artist, this kind of stamp is made of pear tree, and before carving into the wood, they need to wipe the wood with fat, with sheep fat or cow fat, in order to fill in the blanks to make it smooth. This is not handicraft, but a special place.
As I told you, it's called Isfahan.
Oh, wow, wow. Look at this place. This is a 400 mil in Isfahan, and I'm going to show you what's inside. It's very complicated. So this is the first room, and this is the big mill. They explained to me how it works, but I didn't really get it. So it seems that they attach this big piece of rock onto a piece of wood over there, and then they pull the rope in order to turn this rock, and then in return to turn this big piece of rock, and then all the grains on this round table will be crushed. And this area is specially used for oil production. And look at this. Those are the filters, and those are the grasses they are used for filtering the oil. In the ancient times, oil produced in this factory are transported to Shiraz, to Yazd, to many other cities in Iran. This is another big rock, big mill, but different from the other one. This one is pulled by the camels. In the past, people blind the camel. They cover their eyes with a piece of cloth so that the camels can walk. And next to this room, there is a well. This pool is used for washing the hands, for cleaning, etc. This is a pot of 400 years old, and people use this one to store the grains. This is another room. Look at this big dome. In the middle of the dome there is a hole, and this hole was used to transport grains. So people pull grains from the rooftop. The grains would fall onto this big piece of a round table, and then they filter the grain and then take the grain onto the mill over there, and the flours would come out from beneath this table. This is just a very, very complex factory of 400 years old. We are all on the rooftop of this historic house, so you can see there, that's the Jahan Mosque, one of the most important mosques in Isfahan. And this is a bathhouse. So probably you can see the small tiny holes on the roofs over there, and this is the men's side, this is the woman's side. It's a public bathroom. And that's the bazaar. And from here, again the mosque, and this long bazaar, that's the Sophia Mountain, the Marinade, and the mosque. And you can also see from here this roof. This building is made of clay as well as the straws, and there are some holes on the rooftop. Those are, as what we've talked about before, either used for natural light or to transport grains onto the mill, into the mill. Mohammed and I, we have arrived at the Naqsh-e Square, which is at the very center of Isfahan. And this place represents the glory of Safavid era when Isfahan was a Persian capital.
Behind me you can see the main bazaar of this square, Naqsh-e Square, which is called Qaysariya Bazaar. And on the other side you can see behind me the Shah Mosque, which is made for King Abbas II. And on the other part of the square, or in the southern part of the square, you can see the Sheikh Lutfullah Mosque. It's the main mosque of this square and the main mosque of Isfahan on that age. And on the other part of that square you can see the Ali Qapur Palace. It was a place for King Abbas II for resting, dancing or celebration.
Now we are entering the bazaar, but look at this. This arc is very beautiful with lots of historical paintings over there. Look. May I ask, what is this used for?
They're using for keeping sweets. Most of the rich people using them to keeping sweets or something gas, traditional Isfahan sweet. And yeah, for example, like that.
Yeah.
So you're drinking the chai or coffee in Iran.
Yeah.
And but most of the rich people can buy this because it's so expensive.
Ah, UNESCO certificate.
Yeah.
Western Central Asia program leaded copper embossed vase. Mr. Lotfi. How much does it take to buy this one?
What's قيمتها in charge? 10 million tomans.
10 million tomans.
Yeah.
I try to calculate how much does it take in euros.
33,000 تومان. 330 euro. 330 euros.
300 euro.
Yeah. That's for keeping sugar cubes.
Sugar for drinking chai.
Yeah.
قلم نخوردشون اولشون.
It's rough.
So this is before it was like this, and then
Yeah.
after carving it's like this.
با قلب سفید شده.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this. This one is before carving. So this one is the finished one. And your signature. Wow. And how long have you been working on this?
چند سال که توی زمین داری کار
How many years?
51 years.
51 years. Wow. We've already seen the handicraft of galanterie, but in this place I saw something much bigger. Salam.
They are making this for a skateboard.
It's a piece of skateboard.
Yeah. That
Wow.
installed on the wooden part of a skateboard. Yeah, they are a shop that ordered these two skateboards.
Wow, that must be very expensive.
Yeah. In Persian language, qalam have two main definitions. One of them is pen for writing. Another one is that industrial pens. They are using this to etching the silver, metal, or anything else. And they are another kind of qalam, which is called brush in English, and qalamu in Persian. They are using for painting. Qalamkari, qalamzani.
Galanterie.
Yeah, this is qalamzani. And qalamkari it's when you're using brush to painting on fabric. It's qalamkari. And this is qalamzani.
Galanzani. How long does it take for them to make this?
چقدر طول میکشه تا این آماده بشه؟
تقریباً
از روز صفرش. 10 days.
10 days for
هر روز
this
چند
piece of
ساعت
work.
تقریباً؟
How much do they get paid for this piece of work?
واسه این کار بهای این کار چقدر هستش؟ Each of them with the materials take about charging for about 8 million tumans.
8 million
Tumans.
tomans. This kind of board is often used for decoration, used in lectures or expensive, famous hotels or rich people. And look at the size, it's huge. The size of this is big. And now we are at the Coopersmith Bazaar.
It's called meskari in Farsi, and the person who do that is meskar, and it means in English coopersmith. Yeah, and the art is working with coopers.
We've been walking along this alley and we saw lots of shops selling those shiny coopers, and behind each store there's always a craftsman who's making the copper. So we try to get in one of the shops and have a look.
They are shaping the cooper bowl, the rough cooper. After that, it turns to some instrument that using for drinking water or keeping the water. But he's making this and give it to a person who using with qalam and do some qalam color on this.
I see. He just told us that he has been working this for 30 years and he has no problem with the sound. What they are doing with the metal is this: they are trying to make some patterns or some texture by using the hammer. If I remember correctly, I think this is the 8th handicraft that we found in this bazaar, the painted eggs. But why is this egg so big?
Because it's ostrich egg.
Is it fake?
No, it's natural ostrich egg. It's a caravan. Caravan, it's a number of camels with a person which is called Sarvan. Yeah. They trade with these camels and go to the Iraq and Syria and Turkey and traveling inside the Middle East. and they have too many things to trade.
What are they used for?
They also kind of luxurious design instruments. Most of rich people like this, and they are ordered to painting, especially, for example, the old family members or the family members on these eggs and put them on special places of their houses. These are camel bones, and they are painting on camel bones.
مینیاتور
Miniature, these are
Miniature.
کار سختیه
It's so hard to work on
همه
it.
کس بلد نیست
And there are a few people that do that, and they are painting the very impressive scenes. For example, Battle of Iran and Afghanistan.
علما
Backbone.
Camel's backbone.
Yeah. They call this painting is bird and flower.
Those are two different paintings, and this one is the battle, right?
But yeah, that's hunting scene.
It's
صدف هم
hunting.
دارم کاری ریست میخوای نشون
And this one is the
He
flowers and
also
birds.
working and painting on shells, seashells.
صدف دریایی هست
Seashells, yeah.
زاریز دارم
Bandar is a city in the southern part of Iran near the coast, and 20 years ago he brought this piece of shell from the coast, and then he painted on the front side and the back side. We are on our way to find the ninth or the 10th kind of a handicraft, and with someone's help we are going to a hidden place.
سلام
اسمتون چه ساعتم؟ Mr. Amir.
Ami, salam, salam. Salam, salam. Wow. There is a pot over there, and I can feel the heat.
Look at this super
Paddles. Mesra paddles. So it's a kind of a painting on a copper, and then she told me that it's all of her creativity because she creates all those patterns, and it's very specific to Isfahan region.
He said these ceramics just go into the furnace, but coopers do not go to the furnace.
پلیستر میشه.
Yeah. They cover with polyester materials.
This is color with polyester, and this will go to the furnace.
Furnace,
Yes.
after cooked, they come to painting.
And what are those used for?
میگم برای چه چیزی استفاده میشه این کوچیک‌ها؟
قابل استفاده هستن میتونه مثلا توش قند بریزه پولک بریزه شکلات
They also
بریزه
use this one using
Candy.
Candy?
for candy, sugar cubes, pulaki, or something like that. But these are just for design.
پولکی هم پولکی میشه
بله بله اسم خاصه تغییر نمی‌کنه.
How long have you been working?
چند ساله که دارید کار می‌کنید؟ 15 years.
15 years. Do you like it?
از این کار خوشتون میاد؟ Absolutely, she said absolutely I love it.
خیلی ممنون.
خواهش میکنم زنده باشین.
Right now it's more than 8 p.m. and it's getting really dark in the Naqsh-e square. And so far we found 10 different kinds of handicrafts in Isfahan.
In fact, there are many more handicrafts in Isfahan because Isfahan is the capital of art in Iran, and Iranian people are very interested in art.
And I hope you enjoyed today's video.
If you enjoy her video, you can give her a thumb up and subscribe down.
And thanks for watching, and Khuda Hafiz.
Khada Hafiz.